That a sign of the times, Ryan? Will the tide turn on Oliver Berman? Ollie doesn't like to lose chips, and when he does, he sometimes becomes more aggressive when he's losing chips rather than closing down and tightening up and looking for hands. He tries to get his chips back in a hurry.
And Oliver now says, I've got to raise.
And there you go. As I've said it.
When I make it big, he's also going to call me. I'm on such tilt, I can't even see. What's your name, James?
Oliver is one of the best in the country at getting chips, but he's not one of the best in the country at keeping chips.
Well, he's just lost a pot, and now he raises with Queen 8 and Lamberti with Queens. Wow. Ollie's about to do more chips here, Ryan.
I don't know if he's going to call. Depends how much of the call is.
It's 14,000 more. It's 2-1. But he shouldn't make this call.
Okay, listen to me.
14,200.
This is my last tilt call, and I'm going to go tight. Okay.
Yeah.
I've got nothing.
I'm
going to go in a little tilt call, yeah?
I don't like this, Ryan. Tilt calls double people up, and tilt calls cost money in tournaments. You don't get those chips back so easy as you could in a cash game.
Tournaments are like your blood, Dave. Chips are like your blood. You can't just give it away. You can't just give them away. But anyway, here,
even at 2-1, Ryan, it's 14,000 chips. It's a significant number.
Especially when you're on a big rock like he was, a big bluff.
I mean, you've got chips.
So now Lamberti, he's in for his tournament life with the very best of the hand. And then
top set.
Oliver Berman now drawing to running 9-10. Otherwise, he's going to double up Daniel Lamberti, and the turns are 7. Now Lamberti doubles up. Berman got caught with his hand in the cookie jar. Hopefully now he can just tighten up and start playing good poker again.
You could probably get chips from because Lingenfeld likes to mix it up, but Lamberti, that's like putting it in a vault. You know, he's not going to get those chips so easy. I mean, we saw Lamberti play one hand, and he had queens.
Yeah, Daniel Lamberti can definitely grind.
Right, so we welcome, I think that's Jochi Okamp that's arriving at the table, Ryan. He's one of the chip leaders in the tournament as well.
That should make it interesting.
So we've got 3 big stacks at this table now. We've got Okamp, Berman, and Shuffle.
And now Lamberti, who hasn't played a hand for a while, has found himself with a pair of 7s. He looks like he's reaching to raise. Looks like he's... Ooh, he was going to raise and he just limped into the pot. So now this is getting interesting.
Cornelli won't just limp in. He's a very good player. He knows better than to limp into pots. If he's going to play a pot, he'll come in raising.
Yeah, and there you go. It looks like he's got 7s. Well, right. 6,500.
And Cornelli will get a lot of credit at the table as well, right?
Oh, now it's Johnstone with ace queen. Wow.
And a lot of chips. 6.5 doesn't sound like too much to Andre, especially with his form. 6.5 doesn't sound like a lot of chips to Johnstone at this point. He's got a massive stack. He's got position. So he knows that his chip stack will have to scare anybody off into making too much aggression against him, because at the end of the day he could knock out anybody at this point, right? So everybody has to take a step of consideration against playing against him hard. He'll know that.
So it looks like he's re-raising. Yep,
he raises to 15,500. Wow.
So a very aggressive play from Andre Johnstone.
Over Cornelli of all things, who's a very solid player.
And now over to newcomer at the table, Jochi Okamp.
Right, Jochi. We haven't seen much of him in the previous All Africas, but he is a very well-known player in the community, right?
Yeah, he's had some good results. Now Lamberti limps in for 2,000, raise and re-raise. Hoping to get some information. I mean, have you got a made hand? I mean, do you think he's just going to tell you, Daniel? Honestly? He's going to go, yes, Daniel, I've got a pair of aces, just fold. That's not going to happen, so... Anyway, he can't call with 7s. A good fold.
And that's the problem with limping out of position with 7s. Now, what does Cornelli do?
So now,
what does Cornelli do? Does he want to tussle with the man who's got the chips and the man that's got all the form?
So, Damien Cornelli. Oof, big decision for him here, because he knows if he gets into this pot, it's going to be for a very big chunk of his chips.
Does he want to tussle with the man that's running as good as Carl Lewis in the 80s? No, he doesn't. He elects.
So, Johnstone using his chip stack, using his aggression to take down a pot of 28,000 with absolutely no risk. Well done, sir.
Well played, Shuffle. Very well played, sir.
Well done, Shafi.
I think ace king.
Say it again.
So let's have a look at our chip count. It's Andre Johnstone now way out in front on this table with 220. He's getting all the chips. Benny Lingenfelder from Dead came with 7,900, and then there's a few other players there. But to the tournament leaders, Johnstone out in front. John Stevenson running hot, 217,000. Evan van Niekerk, who was all in with nothing, has now got 170,000. Lolly Jackson's right there. And Kramer, who is a previous champion, is sitting there with 113,700, and always have to be wary of him, Dave.
Right, so that leaderboard is starting to take shape, and there's the name Evan van Niekerk in third spot. Newcomer Lolly Jackson, not a newcomer, but a man with not much experience in the community, also up there, right? So there's a few established players and there's a few newcomers which I like the look of. I always like to see new players come along. John Stevenson did well in Sun City with you. He's making an impression here, but out in front, Shuffle, the man with the form, the man that probably plays the best out of that 10 over there, has got all the chips. Anyway, guys, it's been a lovely episode. We look forward to seeing you next time. From me, David Daddick.
And from myself, Ryan Dreyer. For now, it's goodbye, good night, and we'll catch you on the flop side.